Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now.
Hello, welcome to this episode of Change is Near. This is episode 7, The Power to Say No. Today is March 5th of the year 2022. And I wanted to get a short one out today. It's a Saturday because I'm really feeling very strongly about this one. So the power to say no is very, very important. It's a power you have within yourself, and it's a power that transcends from your free will you are given when you were created. You see, you always had this power, but we are taught in this reality that saying no, it's a bad word. We should always try to accommodate everyone and say yes, or maybe even sometimes people think it's better option to lie. For example, if they invite you to some place and you say no thank you, it seems a little bit unpolite and it's not very socially well taken. So you see, this all goes from all the grooming that have been going on for millennia of how we should behave as good human beings, because we should always be taking care of everyone else and not looking to ourselves. The powers that be, whatever you want to call them, the system, again, that I already spoke about that several episodes ago. You want to believe they're humans, that's fine. What they do is actually, they're very afraid you look into you, okay? That's the thing that worries them the most. Basically, the whole world has always been a stage, okay? It has always been a play. It's really a creation they have implanted in your mind, and this has been going on forever. This is not the last 5, 10, 40 years or something like that. Everything they have taught us or shared as knowledge is tainted, and we don't really know the percentage of truth that is in there. They put a lot of truth inside the lies because they have to do that. You see, that's how they justify to other civilizations that are pushing without interfering, because you see, there's this beautiful law in the universe that you should not interfere with anything at all, and you should accept if there's interference from energies or beings that they're going through their karma process of learning wisdom and understanding. They shouldn't interfere with anything. So they justify saying, everything is there, they don't know how to look for it. I mean, everything is in the play. I'm showing them, but they're concentrated on other things, and they don't. I mean, they shift the blame to us like they do with everything else, with this so-called air quotes climate change, with this so-called pandemic. Everything at the end is because we're not following the rules or we're not paying attention. Everything is our fault, and it's actually the opposite. But that's what it is. So the good thing is we're in a very, very interesting and incredible moment in mankind and planet Earth. Okay, so you might ask, okay, so how we solve this? I mean, well, the play, it's only there because it has spectators, and it has someone watching it, and that's you and me and whole humanity. I mean, we keep watching the play, and we just don't walk out of the theater and say no thank you. And that no thank you is to everything, you see, it's to everything. No thank you government, no thank you medicine, no thank you, medicine, everything, injections, pills, treatments, whatever. Every time you go to a doctor, you're sick of something, apparently. I mean, if you go there maybe just as a checkup, they always find something. So you see, no thank you. No thank you schooling system or knowledge system as we know it. No thank you science. No thank you everything. No thank you financial system. No thank you money system. Because you see, what they do is the price of admission to the play is actually what they're looking for, and the price of admission is your fear. Okay, your fear you feel watching the play, your emotions watching the play, they feed from that. It's a physical energy, you see, because they revere black energy, they revere black matter in the form of something called black goo. That's how they can manipulate the reality and exist. And so they have to invite you to the play, you have to give consent, and you do, because we're all part of this play. I'm part of this play as of today. And the problem is, if we try to walk out, the theater is full, you imagine there is 8 billion people there in the theater, and only a handful, let's say 1 billion walks out, That's not gonna work, you see. That's why I keep pushing that this is 100% thing. I'm hearing these numbers that 40%, 16%, whatever. I don't agree. I think humanity needs to walk out of the theater soon. We need to wait for everyone to figure that out. And the answer is inside yourself. Only very two simple questions you might ask. If there's a technique or something, no, it's very simple. It's very simple. You just ask to the universe. You might want to be alone or meditating. That helps. Shut off your senses. That helps. Put your brain, slow it down. It's never going to be actually full idle. It doesn't, because if that happens, you're dead physically. But just slow it down like it happens when you're sleeping and dreaming. Just slow it down if you can consciously, and just ask, who am I? Where do I come from? Just those two questions, and the answers will come. They're not going to come on an email or on a piece of paper or something, a video that is going to show up with your name. No, things are not as digested. You see, the demons, the evildoers, the ones with the play, they give us everything so nice and easy. Something called knowledge. Okay, so it's digested, it's peer reviewed. They say it's the truth, so we have to believe them, and everyone seems to be so happy about that. Wisdom is a little bit different. I mean, it works in ways you're not supposed to understand, and you're just going to receive a message. I assure you, you're going to receive a message. You see, we have a lot of beings and energy really on our side right now, and they're waiting for your free will and for you to give them your consent to intervene with you. I'm not talking about whole humanity here, I'm talking about you. So if you give them consent, if you ask those questions, and if you, in your mind and your heart, open yourself to receiving this information, you are going to receive it, I can assure you. Of course, the techniques I told you about of meditating, of putting your senses on idle, of if you start noticing that you watch any kind of news, not only mainstream, but even alternative, and but rush and the details and videos, and you start to feel that's not the point, there's something going on there, okay? We are all along a different process and a different percentage. We're all in the theater, and there are some that are at 0%, and that's very respectable. I mean, you will call them asleep or sheep or dumb. Yeah, those are just labels that you might want to put into them, but by saying that, you're interfering a little bit, you're passing judgment. They're just in a different process. Can we help them directly? Can we go and shake them? Wake up, this is a play, this is nothing you're watching is real. No, not really, unfortunately, you see, not really, because they have to give you their consent. So if anyone listening is really wanting help, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to make 15 minutes of my day, and if you can make 15 minutes of your day, we can have a chat on any platform you want, and I can maybe try to answer. I have nothing, okay, as far as hard information. If you ask me for dates or how does this work, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. But maybe if I tell you how I went through my process, maybe you can relate into that, and especially don't have any kind of fear, you see. Don't have any kind of fear, because change is fearful. They have always instilled this into us. They have instilled the fear of death, and they have programmed that into our brains and our senses, that death is the end, and you should just enjoy this life as much as you can, and you should do everything you can to extend it physically. And that's taking, of course, their medications or their artificial solutions to extend your life. So yeah, they have been able, as far as numbers, as far as arithmetics, to say, okay, 300 years ago people will die 40, 50 years old, and now they're dying 89. And in advanced nations like North America, Europe, Japan, Australia, people live 80, 90, and maybe another, like Latin America, 60, 70, 80, and unfortunately in Africa, they die much younger because of the whole situation in Africa, you see. So all of that are just conceptions that go into your mind, okay? You're free from them, nothing of that exists. You're gonna get answers to your questions, and I cannot give you that answer because who you are, where do you come from, because each of our stories are different. What I can tell you is I'm completely sure, and I feel very strong about that if your story will be made a book, it will be a bestseller, and each of you that is listening stories and all humanity are magnificent, and they're incredible, and you're not going to believe it. That's why you need to shut your senses off and your brain a little bit, because if you try to rationalize it as they have taught you forever, it's not going to make any sense. okay? And you're gonna believe you're going crazy, or you're believing, you know, this new age stuff. They discredit all this stuff, you see. They discredit it. And I'm trying to refrain from talking from religions, but you know, religions, unfortunately, there's very good things in religions, on all religions, because there's a lot of truth in there. There's a lot of truth in the books, all the books, you know, I'm not gonna mention them, but you know, the regular books of all religions, but there's also a lot of lies and control. So maybe when you start receiving these answers, again, you have to actually do it, okay? If you wanna say it out loud, that's fine. You wanna say it in your mind and your heart, that's fine. If you have any questions, or maybe that you feel you're doing it right, there's no way to do this wrong, okay? There's no way this opening, because what you're doing is you have an army of beings just waiting to help you, but they need your consent. They cannot interfere with your path. If you're at 0%, that's fine. If you're at 99%, that's fine. If you feel you're at 100%, I don't think any of us get at 100. 100 means we become beings of light, and that means we become what religions call angels, okay? So that's our ultimate goal in our eternal life, but we have to go through a lot of wisdom and karma to get there, okay? So I've been getting a lot of questions, what's karma? And when I appeared on Waking the Future, I think I explained it wrong. I said there's this karma debt, and it's basically not passive judgment, but it's everything you do is being recorded. Yes, that's one way to explain it, but you see, those shows are live. I don't prepare for them. I mean, Pat and Joel don't prepare for them. We're basically 2 or 3 people just talking in our minds or hearts. And karma is acquiring wisdom, okay? So what happens if you say, let's go really bad here. Let's say you kill someone, or even worse, you kill yourself. I just heard about, unfortunately, a person 52 years old, not really close to me. It's an acquaintance of a friend, that he killed himself, okay? Probably had money issues, and right now there's a lot of depression going on. If you try to go through all of this that is happening through your senses and mind, I can certainly understand someone that can go crazy, okay? So unfortunately for him, what he just did is he interfered with himself. He interfered with his own path. So what's going to happen is he's already gone somewhere else. Hopefully, because the earth right now is going through a lot of changes, so the earth right now maybe is not the best choice to come back. They're going to try to deceive him to come back. But if he went somewhere else, he's going to go through karma. Karma, debt is a not nice word, but he's going to go through acquiring the wisdom to understand he cannot interfere with himself. The karma is not punishment, okay? I just saw a video a few weeks ago about a comedian that she's triple jabbed, and she was saying that God loves her more, maybe. Yeah, that's not a very nice thing to say. That's passing judgment. She's basically saying that God loves someone else less. No, that's not true. He has infinite love power, okay, for everyone. So doesn't matter if you're at 0% or 99%, or even you're an angel, he loves you equally, and he's always available for you. When you want to talk to God, you have a direct line, no secretaries, no nothing. You don't have to offer anything in exchange. He's there, very happy to listen to you. But however, God doesn't help you in direct ways. You see, okay, God, I have money problems, I want to win the lottery. No, come on. You have to understand, you have to go through karma to understand that's not fair. He helps you in other ways, maybe find a different job, maybe he points you in the direction of a business, or maybe someone else comes and helps you money-wise. So that's how our communication with God. But going back to the lady that unfortunately she passed out and then she broke her skull, something like that. And I read a lot of comments that it was instant karma. No, karma is never punishment. God will never do that. That was maybe one theory is that was the evildoers, that because she's jabbed, they're able to control her. You know, when you're jabbed, unfortunately, they are able to control everything physically in you, your brain waves, and your heart rate or something. So that was just what is called a syncope, or just passing out. Probably her heart rate just fell a little bit, and that's why the body and the mind, it's an amazing machine. The mind is a supercomputer, and what happens is you cannot be standard, so the mind immediately makes you pass out, so you go into the floor, and then you're able to recuperate, and that's why she was able to regain consciousness and go about her life. So it was just an episode, you see. But that's not karma at all. That's not how karma works. Karma works through love and wisdom. You get unlimited opportunities at your karma, and you see these evildoers, they're abusing the karma, but that's fine because they're only affecting themselves. You see, they do all this, and yes, it's being recorded, so they have to go through the wisdom to understand that you shouldn't be doing this to another race. You shouldn't be interfering with other beings. You should be accepting all interference and not give any interference out. You shouldn't be passing judgment. You shouldn't be deceiving other beings and other civilizations. So are they ever gonna get it? That's not our issue. That's between them and God, and that's their eventual eternal life. So you see, the ultimate goal of the universe is everything vibrates in love, and we're eventually gonna get it. Eventually, we have all the time in the world for our personal path, civilization path, and universe path. Okay, so what's the answer? The answer is very simple. Find yourself. Find who you are. Find where you come from. That's very important. Okay, find who you are. Understand that inside you have unlimited love and wisdom. It's automatic. It's a beautiful. If the brain is a beautiful machine, it's no match to whatever you're gonna find in your heart. So when you do that, everything's gonna be opening for you. And yes, you're gonna be concerned as a good being you are about civilization, and if everyone gets it, we're gonna try, okay, but we cannot interfere. So we hope everyone gets it on time, because you see, the evildoers, they're pushing time. They're pushing time. It's gonna get really bad on this dimension before it gets better. But I'm pushing, and I'm trying to push this energy that we're gonna get it 100%. And it's not to punish the evildoers. It's just to show them that, don't interfere with us anymore. Find your way. I hope you find your way. No hard feelings, okay? So something I want to tell you about change. We're very afraid of change. We're very afraid of endings and beginnings. We don't understand them very well. But there's a true quote from Albert Einstein. I'm not a fan, but you see, they have to put truth in the lies. You see, and Einstein was more about lies than truth. He was all about knowledge, nothing about wisdom. Nikola Tesla was actually the opposite. He probably was not even understanding what he was tapping into, but he was 1,000,000 times more than Einstein. So a little story about Einstein. Harald Kautz-Vella, a German biophysicist, has gone into this at length, but you see, Einstein had the opportunity to validate Nikola Tesla's work on free energy. So it was a way that the system was trying to discredit Nikola Tesla, so that no one would go into his research and say, okay, is there something there? Is there free energy in the universe? Of course. It's what fuels the universe. It's unlimited, it's clean, it's beautiful. And Nikola Tesla was able to tap into that just a little bit, just to understand it a little bit, that it was multi-dimensional energy that you could tap to and create alternate current that could fuel the world. So Einstein goes into the research, and yeah, he was very bright. I mean, he had a lot of knowledge, and he figures out that Tesla was into something, okay? But unfortunately, I mean, and Harald Kautz-Vella, you want to dig into him, I can share links with you, videos of him. He's very bright as well. Said that Einstein unfortunately folded and said, I cannot go with this. I mean, it will destroy the oil industry, it will destroy, the economy as we know it. So Einstein came back and said, no, Tesla was wrong. It's impossible. It's a physical impossibility to have free, unlimited energy that goes on and on forever for free. You see? So that was that, okay, about Einstein. But this quote is true. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So you see, there's no beginning or ending. There's only change. We have existed forever. The only question that my mind goes into trouble is when I ask where it started. And I get physically ill, and I'm not gonna go there here, but I start really, my mind goes around and around. I'm testing the limits of the system, I think. So source is there. He invented the universe. It has existed forever. I'm not gonna question that. That's an act of faith, if you wanna see it that way. But you see, once you're created, and it's there are no limits, no time to this and distance. So once you're created, you're never gonna be destroyed. They're never gonna destroy you. You're gonna go on forever and ever. You can be circling around the exit city, you see, on the expressway, just going round and round and not getting karma and not understanding why I'm like that. I mean, why do I kill people? Why do I affect people? Why do I defraud people? Why do I interfere with people? Why do I interfere with myself? You're gonna get it one day if you are like that. And not passing judgment, you're gonna get it. Don't worry. You're a criminal right now. You're gonna get it one day that it's wrong to be like that and interfere with others and yourself. Okay, because you can only be changed. You cannot be destroyed. And our reality, I feel very strongly, is going to change in the next years. I made an episode a few days ago about the future, and I got a lot of feedback that people were nervous, like, what you're talking about? I mean, are we going to morph into energy? So that means we're going to physically die. I'm going to be able to see my children, my parents, my girlfriend. No, it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, don't worry about it. It's just change. Change, you should never worry about change. You see, it's just start and end. Take that words out of your mind and embrace change always. Don't be afraid, never, okay? So, just on the subject of change and what's going on with our world, every ending is a new beginning, okay? So, end doesn't exist because you see, there's only transformation and change. So, you go through this life and maybe it ends and you go into something else and maybe it's something you don't even understand with your mind, but it's just a new beginning, you see. So when you start embracing this and stop being afraid and just say primal instincts, thank you for keeping me alive, thank you for sounding alarms that there's a virus that's going to kill everyone, so I should get jabbed and I should be on lockdown and I should be 6 feet from everyone else. And by the way, a little interjection there, Dr. Kari Majed says it beautifully, the energy of the heart, physical energy, travels 6 feet. They don't want us to be in touch with each other, you see. When you have a friend or a family member and you hug yourselves and you go heart with heart, that's beautiful. I mean, not necessarily because you could be in touch with someone in Europe if you're in America or Africa. I mean, energy is infinite, and remember, time and distance are really things that happen here, but they can be more. So when you're beaming someone, if you're thinking of someone that is in another continent, you're sending him or her your love, and that's wonderful. So, but the 6 feet thing, it had a mission, okay? So, and obviously they want us separated, so we don't talk to each other and we don't share these kind of things. So just thinking in fear and just thinking, you know, that we're gonna all die and that, and dying is end. Dying equals end, and that's not a true statement. Actually, that's lies. Dying is not ending. Okay, you never end. I mean, you are here, you are an expression of love of our Father, where you're my brother, you're my sister, we're all expressions of love, and we're gonna go on forever, okay? So I'm trying to figure this stuff out. I know if you're gonna try to go it through your brain, 5% is gonna make sense and 95% is science fiction, or just, I'm certifiable. So that's why I say put the senses in idle, put your brain as in idle as possible. What is called meditation. If you like yoga helps it relaxes your senses, and it's just a technique to try to put you in this state that you open up to the other stuff. There's also some saying that when you meditate or do yoga or even praying that bad beings will get there. Yes, that's a true statement. I can assure you, you're gonna know if someone good is intervening you or someone bad. And you have all the control. Consent is a very important thing because it works with the law of non-interference. If you give your consent, you could be interfered too. But if you don't give your consent, no matter how good the information or the energy or the love is, you're not going to get it, because that's the power you have inside you. Everything is about you. The solution is inside you. I can tell you that in my heart feels like a true statement. Okay. So thank you very much. I didn't measure the time right now. Hope it's not very long. And if you have any comments or suggestions, just shoot me a comment or an email. I know it's only a handful of you that are watching right now. I don't have any number in mind. I don't care. Honestly, I'm not doing this for that. I'm just shooting this into the universe, and I think it's getting to you in many ways, not only watching a video. Okay. So I believe very strong about that. Okay. So tomorrow, Sunday, I don't think I'm going to get an episode out, but I'll come back on Monday. And I'll try to do a daily thing, okay? So just with ideas. And I was thinking of maybe doing episodes on chemtrails and, more mainstream stuff. I don't know. I'm liking what I'm doing right now. It feels so right. there are much better ways for you to find information on false flags and chemtrails, the stuff I researched for over 30 years, UFOs. Maybe I'll do an episode on UFOs because that's more benign in a way that, you know. But if you're interested in any of that stuff, I feel I have a little information and I can get you in the right track of who has done expansive investigations on that. I know Richard D. Hall from the UK with Andrew Johnson from richplanet.net. They do a lot of stuff on UFOs and false flags. So maybe if you just contact me, I can just give you who does it much better than me, because honestly, I don't think that's even the purpose of what I'm doing right now. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a very nice weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun, and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.